It's time to play. Let's go.
And what's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we will be continuing the Blox Fruits Level 1 to Max Level series. And we're going to start off the video by rolling a fruit. And the last time I actually rolled a fruit, I did end up getting our yite fruit that I ate on our last episode. But I'm hoping that I get this rarity of fruit would be very nice. But legendary would also be quite good. But let's roll our fruit. Here we go. Let's see if we get something good. I wouldn't be mad with dark. Okay. Dark fruit is quite good. Oh, the picture must be broken of the dark fruit, but that is fine. Here it is. I'm not mad with a dark fruit. Definitely not for eating because I have yite fruit, but that's actually quite a good fruit. Now, let's continue our journey as we are level 319. We're going to try to make it to the military spies at this episode because obviously those are the next enemies in the lineup. After that, we'll be at the magma admiral, and then we'll be in the underwater place. I think it's actually called like the whirlpool, but whatever it is called, we should be leveling up 2 levels. Or 1 to 2 levels every time we do a quest, because we're not going to be using any double XP in this video, because I do want to save like at least a few codes for second C. So in this video we will not be using double XP, meaning that instead of getting 3 or 4 levels we'll be getting 1 to 2. And we are almost at our Skybeam Barrage, our next move on Light Fruit. And that's our first quest. So normally, guys, we will be either gaining, normally 1 level, sometimes 2. And some of the goals in this video will be, number 1, to obviously get to the military spies. That will be in 5 levels time. That will be very easily accomplished. Then maybe make it to the... closer to that magma admiral. That is level 350. That is still a good 30 levels away. That is quite hard to do, especially without double XP. Now, as you can see, we have 102 mastery on our yite fruit, and 110 is the next move. That, if you guys do not know, is one of the best moves in the game for grinding. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen it, but as soon as we get it, I will be showing it off. And, you guys can see what it does. And that's another quest completed. That quest we did get 2 levels. As I say, we might get 1, we might get 2. We'll definitely not be getting 3 levels without double XP. Now, this is a good time to remind you that I would definitely recommend watching the videos before this one, before you watch this one, so you can understand how we've made it to this point in the Blox Fruits journey. Now, if you do not know, in our last video we did end up eating the light fruit and got actually a lot of mastery on it. Normally you get yes mastery, but we managed to get a yacht of mastery because... Why did we actually? What were we grinding before this? Was it? Yeah, it was a Colosseum, wasn't it? And Colosseum's actually a good place to get mastery. So, yeah, obviously the best place to get mastery in Blox Fruits would be at the fountain, because that are the highest level enemies in First Sea. The highest mastery possible in the game is obviously on Third Sea, where we have to get to the Cake Queen will be the best boss to grind full mastery, and the best enemies to grind for mastery if you don't want to kill bosses are probably something like the chocolate people in third sea at the Cake Land. I think they're called like I don't even know. The peanut soldiers are quite good to grind as well. And as we have seen here, after these few kills, we should be at Skybeam Barrage. Now, the reason why I keep saying this move is so good is because it does a large area and it's kind of more of an AoE attack. It hits it hits as many enemies as is in the area. So if there's like 20 enemies in the area, it will hit all 20 enemies. And we are, after this quest, going to be at the military spies. There's actually a really big accomplishment because obviously the military spies, in my opinion, are the easiest and funnest people to grind in 30. Now, I don't know if the other person is grinding here. Yes, he is. He's using bomb fruit for some reason. And as you can see, we have just unlocked Skybeam Barrage. And this guy is running away. I'll get him one away. And yes, I'll get you one away. And yes, you're going to try to kill me. It's up to you if you want to fight or not. But when the enemies spawn, we will show you guys what the Skybeam Barrage does. So, I'm going to spawn a lot of them just so I can show you which ones are good. And boom! Skybeam Barrage. That is what Skybeam Barrage does. It hits a large area of enemies and I'm dead. Woo! And also the main key feature of Skybeam Barrage is this. After it's been done, it's hard for an enemy to escape it. That makes it a lot easier to PvP your opponents. It depends if he wants to come near or not. And as soon as this guy is dead, we will go back to grinding, but he won't leave me alone. I got him. And there's a bounty to add towards our number. And now we will go back to grinding. Here, so now we have the military spies. These people give so much more XP. A whole 2 million XP for each 8 of them you kill. There's definitely one of the better quests. And that's Skybeam Barrage if you don't know. And now we have that move, we are now fully mastery. We have the full mastery of Light Fruit. And I've just realised I don't have Haki on. That's a very important part of Block Fruits. To not forget your Haki. Where did he go? I don't know. Where did he go? He must have fallen down or something. I don't know. Well, at least we know he's gone somewhere. Oh, and I've just realised that we've already completed our quest. Actually, in my opinion, the military spies, you just kill them so fast. And also, as we continue to get better stats, we will also be working our way up to, hopefully, Second Sea very soon. Now, when we reach the Magma Admiral, guys, that means we are halfway to Second Sea. And that's a really big accomplishment, like a big milestone in the series, to be halfway to the Second Sea. And I'm also very excited to get to the Second Sea, because, well, the number one reason being, it's a new place, we can explore it. Now, I know First Sea very well, from my various amounts of places being in here, if it's been on this account or my main account. But I feel like I didn't really explore Second Sea very well. I kind of just did the quest that it told me to. So we will be exploring Second Sea also in this series. But the most exciting thing in Second Sea you can do is get your race upgraded. So at the moment, this is my race bunny. And you can get V2 and V3 versions. Obviously, you have to start off with getting V2, and then you get V3. And in my opinion, getting the new upgraded waste is one of the best parts of Blox Fruits, because you get to explore it. Obviously in V2 you get some more buffs, and in V3 you get one of the most exciting things, your waste ability. So if you press up on a D-pad when you had V3, it would activate an ability. For my waste, Bunny, it would make you go faster for 20 seconds. But if you had an ability like, or not an ability, do you have a waste like Sharkman and you got it to level 3, you'd have more defense when you used the ability. And if you had Human, I don't know what Human does. I always say this. Human is just such a weird one. I think it's something to do with like how, no, it can't be how fast you move. Oh, I think it's your attack actually. I think it boosts your attack. And the last one is Angel, that the ability literally... Oh no, that's not the ability, the V4 ability lets you fly. That is in third sea. The V3, I think it's also extra health. I don't know why Shark and... No, Shark is extra defense, Angel is extra health. I think I'm right on that. And after this quest, we will be level 330. Well, if I don't die during the quest. And the best part about getting to second sea is getting past the first quest, because if you haven't made it to second sea before, you don't play Blox Fruits, you probably won't know that the first quest is literally a case of endurance. It's 25 levels, and the enemies are literally like ions away. I mean, they're not. They're quite close together, but compared to some of the enemies in the first sea, they feel like you're travelling a whole island just to get to the next enemy. That is a little bit of an exaggeration, but it is definitely further away than you would like to have fast grinding. And as you can see, we are almost at level 350. I mean, not almost, we are approaching level 335, and after that we will be getting close to level 350. That is halfway to second sea. Now in there is the Magma Admiral, that is the level 350 boss. We will not be challenging him, a useful another 20 levels at the minimum. But Jesus, we definitely need some more defense stat, guys, because these people have Haki, that means they can break through my Yogia fruit. Now what that means is certain fruits in the game are called Yogia fruits, and what they do is enemies that are not using Haki could not attack you. Even in PvP, enemies using Haki enemies not using Haki cannot attack you. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Fruits are very overpowered for the first sea, because most enemies in first sea only have like... I mean, no, most enemies in first sea don't have Haki at all, but some end up doing. Do. But it's annoying because the Magma Village, that's literally its like gimmick. On the Magma Village, every enemy has Haki. That unfortunately means that Yu-Gi-Oh! Fruits don't work, and because I've been putting a lot of stats into Blox Fruits, we don't have much HP. You even get harder and harder to survive these enemies with Haki. As after I'd say 2 more quests, we will be at level 335, and actually without double XP, I think we've done very well already today, guys. Started at level 319, already at level 332. I don't know why this little like military spy keeps getting stuck. And this is why you have Light Fruit, because if you just don't die, I was not expecting them to do that much damage. And that was a lot of damage. But inside the volcano, as I've already shown you, is the Magma Admiral. I'm going to quickly sneak past him, and get the chest. Thank you, Magma Admiral. Why the heck? Oh, I don't have much HP, so Light Fruit doesn't fly that fast. If you don't know, guys, with the light route, it depends on how much HP you have is how fast it flies. If you have max HP, it will be at its fastest. If you have 1 HP, it would be at its slowest. The more HP you have, the more fast you go with the light route flight ability. So if you're ever flying anywhere, you definitely want to be at max health. And as we can see, we're only 1 level away from level 335. That is definitely good, because the higher the level, the more stat points we get, and how much defense we have. Now obviously energy is also very important. And in my opinion, it's quite weird. The energy ain't its own stat, it's a melee that gives you the energy. So what people say in Blox groups is that you have to have melee and defense as your stat points, no questions asked, because melee gives you energy and defense obviously gives you more health. Those are the 2 main stats that you absolutely need. Like, there's no way of getting around that. You need a good amount of melee and a good amount of defense. And also, what you really need is, not really need, I recommend either going for Blox, boots or sword. Gun ain't the best stat. You see, I haven't had a gun throughout this whole series, I haven't got one from any of the dealers, because guns are quite useless, and yes, you have soul guitar. That is one of the hardest things to get in 3rd C, resulting in a very, very long quest line that I have done once on my main account, and we probably will do once on this account when we make it to 3rd C, if or when that happens. But at the moment, we're not even halfway to 2nd C yet. We're still trying to find these 2 military spies that have disappeared somewhere into the unknown. Where did they go? They couldn't have gone too far. Did they go across the water? Did they find a way you don't have to swim? I guess. Well, that's a bit annoying. I guess we'll only be grinding 2 of these people. And Sky the Barrage. And don't die, because these people do too much damage. And boom. Oh, that was a waste. I attacked him and then I boomed. While waiting for these people, we might as well put a little bit more in defense. Gives us a little bit more HP. And wait for them to respawn. Maybe they've gone down here. Hello. Oh, they did. Here they are. I knew we'd find them somewhere. Boom. And that is absolutely great. We are level 335. And I do think, guys, this is a good place to leave it for the day. We are getting closer to the magma admiral and almost halfway to 2nd C. Now, after we put these stat points in our next video, we will make it to the magma admiral, hopefully. Then we'll be halfway to 2nd C. And as always, I've had a lovely time recording this video, and I really hope you've had a lovely time watching. And as always, I'll see you soon, guys. See you soon.